Hey guys, Scott here. Welcome to Koala Teatime. I don't usually do the podcast on Tuesday. However, I've not been very well over the last couple of days, and I usually use the weekend / Monday to sort of like decide what I'm going to perform for my Tuesday song video. But I was really run down over the weekend and still recovering this morning, and so I didn't want to be all gross singing on camera, so I decided to be all gross talking on camera. But I'm feeling a bit better now, so I thought we'll do the podcast today, and I'll do the song on Thursday. So boom, so that's some housekeeping. I've been in Bristol today for work. I work for a music charity called Changing Tunes. That goes into various prisons throughout the south of England and Wales. And I've been doing that for, how many years now? How many years? About, let's think, about nearly 5 years, something like that. So every now and then we'll go to Bristol, and all the different musicians meet up and chat and shoot the shiz, and that's it. So man, it's been an alright day. I think maybe at some point I might even do a podcast about my work at Changing Tunes if you guys are interested in hearing about it. That'd be cool. But there was something I wanted to talk about today that I've been asked a lot on social media, and I've been asked on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all of that, and I've been asked why my third album from Stains with Love isn't on Spotify, or Google Play, or any of the big music streaming sites. Anyway, and so just hit a bit of context first for anyone watching who doesn't know how music gets onto Spotify. It's not like YouTube where you just make a video and then you upload straight to YouTube. To get music onto Spotify, what you have to do is you have to go through a distributor site. So a music site there where you upload your tracks and you put in all the details for the tracks and the artwork, and then as long as the recordings are of a good quality and the artwork's of a good quality, in a couple of weeks your tracks will be up on Spotify and all the other streaming platforms. And most of these distributor sites send your tracks out to like everywhere, including streaming sites you've never even heard of. I would never even visit, but your music will be up there. My songs are on a site called Rumblefish, which I've never heard of before, but they're up there, so if anyone's on Rumblefish here, you can listen to my first couple albums there, but not the last one. And here are my reasons for not putting the new one up. So the distributor site I use is called CD Baby. I know there's a whole bunch of different ones, but CD Baby is just the one I've used. And when you upload the tracks, you have to pay to get the songs onto the streaming platforms. You pay the distributor site, and so for a single, it's about $5 to $10. It's an American site, and if it's an album, it's more like $30 to $40. So it's a chunk of money. I'm not 100% sure what that translates into pounds, but it's still over like £30 for an album, and so you pay that money, and it gets uploaded. And the way you're supposed to earn that money back is that for each stream you earn 0.00003 pence. Something like that, and you're supposed to just get lots and lots of streams, and eventually you'll make that money back plus more. The problem is 0.0003 pence is essentially nothing, isn't it? It's essentially nothing, and so in order to earn back £30, I don't even know what the maths is for that. Like, how many streams do you have to get that back? I don't know. But yeah, in terms of numbers, for my first album, which I uploaded back in 2015 when it came out, we uploaded it to CD Baby, it sent it out, and in the last nearly 5 years, it's made about $48. So it's made money back, plus a little bit extra. My second album, Have Fun Being Single, which I released in 2017, uploaded that back in 2017, and in the last nearly 3 years, it has made around $20. So it's not made its money back yet. And my single, Let's Go, which I uploaded summer 2018. It's the first single for my third album. I uploaded that, and in the time it's made $2 or $3, roughly about that. And I may be exaggerating there, it might be less than that. And as I said, it's around $10 or so for a single. So there you go. So the hope is that you'll get lots and lots of streams and you'll make the money back. But it takes years and years as a smaller independent artist to even make the original money back, and these are songs that I'm also selling CD format, and I've sold in the last 5 years 200 copies a season of Blue at £5 a piece. That is roughly about £1,000. And then you have Fun Being Single, the second album. I've sold around about 100 copies in the last 3 years. That's about £500. And so you see what I'm saying here. It's not much of an investment, really. You put a chunk of money into your songs getting put on these sites, and it's not bringing back much financial return. It's much more viable for an artist, especially an independent artist, to sell it on CD. But people don't buy CDs anymore. Well, that is true. Over the last 5 years, I've seen less and less people buy CDs. Some people say, "Oh, I want to support you. What can I buy?" And I was like, "Oh, we have CDs," and they're like, "Oh, I don't own a CD player. I don't even think I have one in my car anymore." And you go, "Well, what can you do? You put it on your Spotify playlist." I don't know. It's like it's just awkward. It's awkward because I get that the benefits of being on Spotify and the other streaming sites is that's how a lot of people consume music now. Not through CDs, not really through the radio, but through Spotify and these streaming sites. And when you exclude yourself from that, you might fall off of people's radar because that's the way they consume music, new music, old music, all of it together. And I think a lot of artists, coming up aspire to be on like a Spotify playlist, like a good one, which a lot of people listen to, something like that. And hoping that you're going to end up in the related artists list on like someone a bit bigger than you, and someone's going to click through and find you that way and go through. But it's not a social media site, Spotify. It's not like people can comment and say things unless it's changed in the last couple of months, and I have no idea. But it's not like that. So how are you really building a fan base? There's no connection there. When you're at a gig, and you sell a CD to someone, you have a conversation. I always ask what that person's name is when they're buying a CD, or a T-shirt or whatever. And then like on YouTube or social media, there's a conversation going there. With Spotify, to try and develop as an artist there, it just feels a bit, intangible, a bit like, but how does it really work? You're just hoping to get on a playlist, and is that it? I don't know, but it just doesn't feel like a good way forwards. And it's like the guy who runs Spotify is like a billionaire. It's ridiculous. Now, I do concede that a lot of people consume music on Spotify. So being on Spotify makes sense. Now, for me, I feel like if they're going to pay artists absolutely nothing per stream of their songs to have them up there, that it should be free. That it should be free to upload. That they should completely get rid of distribution sites. And I know, like, people need to work and everything, but it would be much better for artists if you didn't have to pay anything. Because then you go, well, I guess I make a couple of quid off of doing it, but it's not costing me to upload anything, so boom, or maybe Spotify could take, like 10% per stream. What's 10% of 33%? Like 3.3%. I don't know. Maths, man, maths. So yeah, if it was free to upload, I'd say yeah, like go for it straight away. But till it is, I'm not going to upload any more stuff to Spotify or the other sites, and I don't think it's going to do me that much harm. I think if people like my music live, hopefully they'll buy a CD, or hopefully they'll check out my Bandcamp account. I think Bandcamp's a really good site. I put the third album up on there back in October, and I'm really thankful that people have been checking it out, and it got a lot of downloads, and you could pay whatever you like for it. You pay whatever you like for it, and some people downloaded it for free, and I gave them that option, and that's absolutely cool. And I just, at the end of the day, with the album, I put so much work into it, I just wanted people to hear it. So, like, if you've downloaded it for free, that's cool. But if you paid something for it, that's a really nice gift back to me. So, thank you. If you're watching and you bought the third album there, yeah, and so that's cool. I think that's a really good site because it supports artists, because you're getting a chunk of money straight away. Someone bought a copy of the album a little while back and paid a substantial amount for it, more than you'd pay ordinarily for a CD, and yeah, and that's just what's really cool about the format. You can You can pay whatever you like, whatever you feel the music is worth, and that's kind of cool. Can you imagine if like record shops were like that? If you went in and you like played a CD, or you spanned some vinyl and you listened to it, and you thought this album's worth £4, or this album's worth £30, it's so good, and like you had to pay whatever you felt it was like worth. That would be an interesting record shop, wouldn't it? Yeah, anyway, that's just dreamscaping. So there's a very long answer to why I'm not putting my future music on Spotify, and it'll be up in Bandcamp instead. But yeah, maybe I should have done this video a while back before I put the album up, so people didn't get confused and go on Spotify looking for it. But there you go. And honestly, like I kind of wish more artists would take this stance of not going on Spotify, because I think it's a broken system. I think writing music and recording music and doing everything, it's a long process. It's an enjoyable process, but it's also really hard work, and it's work. And you should get paid for doing it. But they're just giving artists absolutely nothing in return financially. Nothing in return, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong, I mean, you wouldn't pay a plumber like 0.33 pence for every, like, I don't know, minute of work time, or like equivalent, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, for some reason, we just devalue the arts, and it's just scummy. It's scummy, and I've been, as I said at the beginning of the video, I've been in Bristol today off with my colleagues, and we've been talking about the value of art, you know, in people's lives and the power that music has, and just reminding ourselves of that power. And when I was thinking about what I was going to talk about today, I've been worrying around the idea of talking about Spotify and talking about this issue, and I was just feeling like revved up about it. So I'm glad to get some stuff off my chest. But yeah, man, what do you think? Do you think it's worth being on Spotify, or do you think it is a rip-off and you don't need to be on it? And there's other sites like Bandcamp and YouTube that you can use to get your music out there. Or do you not care? I don't know. Comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. It really helps me out. Have a good week, guys. And yeah, see you Thursday. Peace.